I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck going in my way, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to 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 clear my head. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Oh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They weigh me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm trying to live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. 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 Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Oh, yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stood and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm trying to live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. I don't know why she told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize that I never wonder what's the truth in your eyes. There's a light that makes me blush. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect it's hard to believe. There's a reason I can feel my heart stop beating, and the air gets tough just breathing. I'm alone but I'm still feeling like someone's with me. It's strange, I know, but I feel like you're here with me, like chasing ghosts. I know you're out there.
Yo guys, welcome to today's stream. Hello everybody, welcome. Right, I just got here in the cockpit. I like to tell you, it's actually my desk. I just went ahead and got myself a coffee. Welcome everybody. Today we're gonna be having again two legs, you can probably see onto the title, onto the thumbnail. We are in the Boeing 737-800 for vRYR. So yeah, we're flying for a virtual airline today. Wow, the fog cleared out. It was a little bit of foggy when I loaded up the simulator with active sky. It was a little bit foggy, but it seems right now it's good. Right now we're sitting pretty good. There we go. I feel like you're here. Right, so welcome everybody. Already 2 likes. Wow, thank you so much. Alright, there we go. Let's yeah, I'm just finishing up this stuff, seeing what if everything else is connected. If oh, let's see, the immersion works. I want to see that for the immersion, the settings remain, because what is it? I want the yeah, for my immersion package. I want the control. I don't know if yeah, they dictate it. It was full on quality. I know this should be good. There we go. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Right. Welcome everybody. I don't think there's any message on the chat, because if it would have been, it would have shown. Alright, there we go. Right, that's with the songs. So we're gonna start preparing the aircraft, guys. As of course, we're gonna have our departure in 1 hour for these 2 legs. First things first, we're gonna be heading into Santiago. It's a wonderful airport there. I just found the scenery last night. I was just looking and just saw. Oh, whoa, okay. It was just a select a random airport, and in the virtual Ryanair. And I saw this one. I saw Santiago, and I was like, okay, this looks good, and it actually looks amazing. I don't know the performance because I tested it out a little bit. I saw it's a little bit laggy as everything was loading up, but then it just cleared out. The performance, the dynamic lighting and everything is just wonderful, and you're gonna have to see the quality of this airport. It's just something out of this world, and it's not made by a big scenery developer. It's just a guy, I think, or a few guys. But it was just wonderful to see that airport. And of course, heading then into Edinburgh. We haven't headed into Edinburgh in a while, and I don't want to see how the airport looks right now with new VATSIM velocity, and seeing the guys landing and coming in is just pretty wonderful in Edinburgh. It always was wonderful, especially the traffic. Today we're not expecting so much traffic, guys, out of Ibiza, so yeah, they're just gonna be pretty chill. As you can probably see, just the aircraft chilling here at gate 21, which is actually the gate to real life here, right there too. Right, I don't think there is anybody else around here in Ibiza. Maybe a little bit. Ah, there's just one CRJ. Okay, right, we're gonna get into the cockpit, guys. There we go. Just as we do this walk in here, coming into the cockpit, just taking a look at the beautiful aircraft, beautiful Ryanair aircraft. Right, so there we go, guys. What we're gonna do, of course, let's forgot to do this. Just raise these guys. There we go. The lovely chairs. Right, heading into the cockpit of Boeing 737, how you usually do it is you just sit in the chair. Nah, just kidding. Right. So first things first, we want to take a look at the back here. We want to see the emergency exit if on the doors, if they are normal and closed, which they are. The manuals and the QRH on the left side. There we go. We want to take a look at the maintenance door. Of course, the emergency escape flap left, right, and the spare bulb should be closed on the right side. Take a look at this, should be clear. There we go. Take a look at the emergency gear. There we go, emergency gear looking good. We have the fire extinguisher on the right side in here, and I'll take a look at the live vest at the back of the chairs, left to right, so that's looking good. Right, so everything else is looking pretty good. There we go. We right now want to take a look at this circuit breaker, see if all of them are in here, and they are put it correctly in here. I think I really need to get a new keyboard. Right. So everything else looking good. There we go, looking pretty good. And right, we're just right now we get into the chair. There we go. So as you can probably see, we have the old displays, the old standby displays, and probably we have the old battery. But yeah, we want to take a look anyway. Let's just put that down and that down. Right, so as you can see, that's the the name of the aircraft, the IDCK, Boeing 737-800 winglets, and it's Category 3 approved, not Category 3 Alpha Bravo. Just keep that in mind, because in some airports that can make the difference between a landing and a go-around. So, yeah. Right, so first things first, what we're gonna do, of course, get the battery on. As we have checked everything, one check wipers off in the park position. There we go. One see if the engines are cut off, and there we go. Landing gear is set in the down position. Flaps up. Speed brake retracted. There we go. Right, bad discharge. There we go. That's good. And we have ground power, so we're gonna get the ground power in. There we go. Right, and of course Run. Safety inspection checklist, there we go. So that's what we're gonna do. So surface and chocks has been checked. On the surface you can see everything else has been set. When we came here we saw the chocks place. Maintenance status, of course, on the maintenance status you usually check it in the here. So the operational program is 2.9, there we go. Battery on, electric hydraulic pumps, we won't turn it on at the moment, but yeah, at the moment we like to pressurize the hydraulics before the ground crew make their appearance. We're just gonna wait for the displays. While we're doing this, just because we want to take a look if we have any fueling issues. That's what we want to take a look right now. Right, that's... My throttle was fucked up. Right, I want to take a look right now with the electric hydraulic pumps. Usually don't turn it on so fast, but with the Ryanair, that's their safety inspection, we're gonna be turning it, of course, off. So yeah, there we go. That's the displays in here. I want to take a look hydraulic. As you can see, we have pressurization in left, and pressurization should be in the B side, in the right side, but it does not show because pressurization is this one. This is how it usually is. Probably see because it's not started up. So we have pressure. There we go. That means hydraulic pump is gonna go to up position. There we go. And landing gear lever should be on the down position. There we go. Right. So right now we're gonna take it top down, guys, with the testing. So first things first, LA devices test looking good. There we go. Wanna take a look VHF nav 3. This guy's gonna stay on VHF nav 3, and we're actually gonna keep it like that because of the cell. We don't have any cell call, but doesn't matter. There we go. Pure oxygen looking good. There we go. Passenger oxygen AC is looking good. 3 greens on the gear. There we go. This is gonna stay on P post, align the line, and we're gonna take a look to see we have the errors display. There we go. Heading STS nav. And 7 minutes, there we go. Right, 7 minutes, there we go. Right now take a look at the left side flight controls. There we go, hydraulic spoilers, that's good. The damper will go to on position, alternate flaps is good, up, and seba hydraulics off. Navigation normal, source displays auto, fuel temperature over 0 degrees, and all the fuel pumps off, no need for that, right. Take a look here, battery, wanna take a look at the TRs, there we go, amperes kicking in on the TRs, looking good, there we go. Alright, that's good. The battery is on, cabin utility capacity is on, drive disconnected, standby power auto, ground power is on. Now take a look at the APU, off, wipers park, that's good, no need, the cooling is normal, there we go, emergency lights are, we'll take a look if this guy's, I heard that's it. Flat and call is good, and ground core looking good, there we go. Window heat, overheat test, there we go, passed, and that's good, power test and overheat test looking good, there we go. Wing anti is off, no need, electrical drop once again, stay like this, copy voice recorder. Check, pass, there we go, pressurization, cabin climb is normal. Trimmer, there we go, that's good on the degrees, looking good, auto, on, auto, there we go, packs on, I'm gonna take the APU off, thank you. Right. For the pressurization level 360 is gonna be set in here and landing altitude be at 0, so that's looking good, that's gonna go right. The upper panel is set. Going down to the lower panel, I want to take a look. There we go, APU fault, and there we go. Looking good. The twin looks a little bit lower. Yeah, it's this is a smaller. Yeah, this is the coffee cup. There we go, looking good. And this one, it's the newer pedestal than. It's the newer pedestal. This one, right? We're gonna set the radio frequency first, 122.8, as we don't have any ATC, or we could check if we do. No, it's Milan control and Palma approach. Don't need that, right? VHF now 1 service passengers, and we're on the service say like that actually. So we can hear the flight crew, there we go, that should be unlocked. That's the cell call, which we actually don't have this cell call, even though it's working, but yeah, we don't have a code for this aircraft, or I think we do. No, we don't have a cell code, as you can see. Yeah, it could work, I mean, but you need the code, right? Weather and turbulence test, the weather and turbulence, there we go, and everything else looking good. Rudder trim is 0, and aileron trim is, as you can see, the same as 0. Right, so test that, there we go, let's finish testing up, there we go, that's looking good, there we go, and want to test light bulbs. Right, there we go. Looking good, there we go, right. There we go. Right now, so you're down here, want to take a look. It's in the green band, the pressure of the brakes. Right now, so the parking brakes can be set. There we go. Looking good. Parking brakes set. The trim is set in the no position. Want to take a look at the left side. Left side, there we go. Looking good. And the right side, there we go. Looking good. And one, of course, data load this. So what we're gonna do is just gonna be loading the data on the CD. So we have the charts onto the left side. That moving max, so it's good, you know. I really like the smaller fire. You can see it's a little bit smaller. See, they put it all of the buttons into the smaller compartment. It's just like in the Boeing 737 Max to have this copy cup in here, which is pretty wonderful because this one in here. So it's a little bit newer, this aircraft from Ryanair. It's much newer than the DCM that we have before. So yeah, right. Everything else has been said. There we go. HPA, right. So right now what we're gonna do, of course, I'm still used from the Boeing, from the Airbus. There we go. We're gonna put our initialization in here on the position, and of course, we wanna take a look at the coordinates that we're gonna have today. So we're at stat 21 north 38525, which is 4 disregard east 00121. So gonna wait for this to go into the 5 position. If it's not onto the 5 position, and that means we're not parked correctly by the old guy, but I think it did not. We're parked correctly. We should be a little bit ahead. See, for oh no, actually it's good. There we go. Right, there we go. Looking good. That's the position. Right. Data link can go in here, of course. Pre-flight. I'm still annoyed that I don't have a FMC camera, but it's okay. Right, so I can actually get into here. Sad. Right. So for the origin STA, there we go. We're gonna put Ibiza. Destination STA is gonna be Santiago. There we go, Santiago in here. Gonna get the operational flight plan in here. Estimated time of departure on the UTC 0900. There we go. And the estimated time en route we should be having. Let's see. Right, it should be having 1 hour and 31 minutes. There we go. Airline ID Foxtrot Romeo, there we go. And we're gonna have 9818, there we go. There we go, data link connect. We're gonna wait for the data link to be synced, and then we're gonna be requesting from the ground crew the catering services. There we go. Right, let's get the meta information, guys, for Ibiza. At time 0x00 minutes, altitude 20 degrees at 8 knots, 170 available 250, 999 a few clouds 010, 18 degrees, dew point of 15, QNH 1018, no sig. So that's good, 1018 on the QNH. I'm gonna be setting it in here. There we go. 1018, I'm gonna be setting it onto the secondary. Oh, go right. There we go, so that has been data link sync, and we're gonna be requesting flight to the ground, ready for the service. There we go, right now all the flight services that are gonna be requested, and that's gonna be it. Right, we're gonna wait for the IRS to be aligned. Till then, of course, take a look at that. Yeah, right now the pressurization looking good, so the sensors kicked in. And then here I'm going to put the performance numbers in here, there we go. And on the right side, well, we can actually kill it, we're going to be using it anyway. Right, so there we go, that's the IRS. And check up here, there we go, right. That one it has left, that one it has right. Right, there we go. So everything else looking good. Alright guys, so we're gonna start, of course, as that's done, we're gonna start, there we go. We're gonna be starting programming the FMC. I always want to say MCDU, but we're in the Boeing today, so it's FMC. There we go. Alright, route uplink ready, let's load the route. And, there we go. New data uplink right, and wanna check it. Direct to source style info bag 1342 VLC, just is that the VO order? Okay. The phone November 7344 no, and then we're inspecting right. So the uplink is correct, and now we're gonna be just finishing up what we need to do. Rather 3 Charlie Papa should be the call time for today. And we wanna check it with the call time. The 3 Charlie Papa. I wanna go into take a look at the departure right. Runway 24, we're gonna be departing by this Costa 3 Echo. This one. And for the arrival, we're expecting the ILS on runway 17. This is gonna be ILS Yankee 17. There we go. The phone 1 hotel. There we go. Getting this and that. There we go. And right. Yeah, that's how it's gonna come. But what they're gonna do, of course, this is the Sun. The Sun B. It's just gonna be yeah. See. Just for planning purposes, you want to have that on the DME so you know what DME you are away from it. You can just do it via the DF in here, but it's much more easier to have an NDB like this. So NB, see that's in the NDB. So this NDB is for flight plan purposes, so we're going to be coming in, it's going to be a right turn. After we pass Delta 1, just going to keep straighting into the right and then the left and then almost downwind and then coming in for the arrival. So yeah. But we're gonna leave it like this for flight planning purposes. Right now we're gonna leave it like this. There we go. So the route looks good. There we go. Right, the route looks good. So that means we can put the fixes in here. There we go. 5, 10, and 25. There we go. Boom, 17 check. Right, so if the route looks good, there we go. Don't want to take a look. It's one discontinuity, which wanna clear it. There we go. That's how it's gonna go. Right. So we're gonna stay like this and run it. That's good. Right, execute the route. So alternate destinations, we're going to take a look. So the captain program in the FMC, usually the captain executes the route in real life, but as we are the captain, we're going to be executing the route. There we go. So takeoff alternate, of course, initial is going to be Barcelona. There we go. And then the initial alternate is going to be Lisbon. Of course, the secondary alternate for the arrival is going to be... And we're gonna put the pizza at the end here in case we need to turn around to the airport. There we go. Nice. So that's looking good. Right now we're gathering and the gathering is then we're gonna be calling it the refueling. There we go. I'm gonna take a look at the doors and yeah, much better frame rates with the Boeing than with the... There we go. Not about the frame with the Boeing than with the Airbus, that's for sure, but yeah, the system-wise, Boeing is a little bit lighter. It's more manual than the Airbus. The Airbus has a lot of systems. I'll go about doors closed, check. Go, doors closed. Yeah, I really like this more spacious cockpit on the Boeing 737. It's much nicer, to be honest. I want to take a look at the behind, because if there's anything popped out, there's nothing. Much nicer on the spacious cockpit, of course, looking much better. There we go. Here everything else is looking good. There we go. We can put TFC on both of them even though we don't have the radar. Let's check the... There we go. Take off conflict test, check pass, there we go. And we can start testing the GPWS system, there we go.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. terrain, terrain, pull up. Sink rate, pull up. Terrain, pull up. Don't sink, don't sink. Too low, terrain. Too low, gear. Too low, flaps. Too low, terrain. Glide slope. Bank angle, bank angle.
Plus 100. Minimums 2,500. 1,000. 500. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Too low, terrain. Caution, terrain. Terrain, terrain, pull up.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
Alright, all the tests on the ND has been done. So the ND test has been done, there we go, everything else looking pretty good. Wow, how beautiful the texture looks right now. We're waiting right now for the fuel trap, can already see it, I think that's for us, isn't it? Yep, that's for us. Right, so we're just waiting for that fuel trap. Let's take a look at the operational flight plan, what they have received. So we have 923 on the block fuel, 9023, that's, there we go, 9023 on the block fuel. For the trip time 3668, that's the trip time, the contingency is 06, again 15 minutes, alternate 24, which is 1 hour and 2 minutes, final reserve is 30 minutes, 1, add the reserve another 30 minutes, 1.2. So that's pretty good. We're gonna be having a lot more fuel in Santiago. We're not gonna be having to wait for the how is it called? For the refueling again in there. I forgot to pull that out, so we calibrate that. There we go. There we go, fuel track in position, and we're gonna be waiting for its message. Wait for the ground crew message. Ground crew to the fuel truck. Go ahead. Tell us when you're connected. Roger that. Right, fly to the ground. We can start it. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, today we don't have any events like yesterday. Oh, what a beautiful day that was. Let's see, we have another guy in here. It's Cessna 15510 heading into. Oh, he came from. No, he landed in the beach, alright. Be the party good. Can I give him a message? So at the moment, just gonna be waiting for the preliminary load sheet to have with the passengers and everything. And usually right now, as we're refueling, actually right now they should be having that. So if you don't have any load sheet, like in the Airbus, what we're gonna be doing, of course, gonna take a look here on virtual rider. Have 113 passengers. So we go with first thing. So we're gonna put the zero fuel weight in here, which is 53.2. There we go. 113 passengers, there we go. With 2,371 cargo. 500 and that's 54.4. We need 53.2. 4.5 here is 54. Let's take a look. I want to see something in terms of weight and balance. We have it on 2.0. It's 600 more, so that's how they're gonna go 1 to 53.2. There we go. So we have yeah, not so much, you know. It's okay. Oh, and forgot to get the announcement. There we go. Enabled and sound packs. We don't have a custom sound pack, so announcements have been enabled on default. There we go. Right, I think they're done. Yep, the fuel truck has been done, guys. So that's looking pretty good. There we go. Half an hour, so we're gonna be, of course, getting out on the walk around right now. Right. So right now we're gonna be talking with the ground crew. We're gonna be something like fly to the ground. Now go ahead. Request hydraulic pressurization. And fly the ground crew line and say if it's stable or not. So right now, as you can see, right clear, left clear. It's gonna say something like fly to the ground fly crew. Go ahead. You're clear to pressurize hydraulics. Roger that, pressurizing hydraulics. There we go. Right, hydraulic pressurized, as you can see. There we go. Right, that's looking good. And of course, the fuel pumps. We wanna have them on. That's usually the case. There we go. It's under 2000, so under 2000 we're gonna be using it on cruising. Initially you don't want to take off like that, so you're gonna have the center pumps off. There we go. Right. Let's get outside, guys, on the walk around. There we go. So here it is on the walk around right here. Let's take a look. First things first, what we're gonna be checking, of course, is gonna be the static ports in the left side. There we go. Usually still had a bad texturing on delivery, but this look pretty good. That's good on the static ports in the left side. We want to take a look at the probes, the pins, of course. We want to see if the pin covers that out. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And we have there we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. That's how it should be. There we go. So the probe covers, there we go. Right, all the probe covers are removed. Geo pins 1, 2, and 3. There we go. All of them should be left out of here. Right, into the middle, and here in the middle section, I'll take a look at the nose section in here. It should be looking good. For the landing gear, everything else is looking good. It's very hard to need to crawl underneath there to take a look at that landing gear. Very low down on the ground. That's a beauty on the left side of the port. So beauty for the 777-37-800, it's just a lovely brain, just very low down on the ground. Unfortunately, on the max state, we just really mocked it. Right, looking good on the left side. We're going to need a little bit of rust, and we want to notice that we have rust into the VATSIM landing gear, main gear, a little bit on one of the arms. So we're gonna notice that we're gonna have that. There we go. And here looking good. Alright, everything looking good. That's good. We'll cap it still in place, of course. And there we go, looking good. Right, at the back of the engine in here, you wanna, of course, take a look. Right, there's no debris in here, and wanna take a look in this side, on the left side of the engine. There we go. The exhaust is looking good, clear, and of course all the hatches are closed. Take a look inside here. It's not even windmilling because it's a little bit inside, so the wind doesn't quite get the engine. Really nice on the Boeing. Like, that's good. There we go. Close, close, close. Then we're gonna take a look at the exhaust clear and everything else looking good, right? On the slats in here, as you can see, the slats had in the normal position. No, there we go. Underneath here, we're gonna take a look at the addons in the neutral position, and the flap should be up and no fuel leaks. There we go. Right. Looking good underneath the aircraft right here, looking good. There we go. And the fuselage. There we go. Regular pressure valve is open. There we go. That's good. And right. We've got the APU door closed, and then we're going to take a look at the back here, all the probes and the elevator trim is in the normal position, and the elevator is in the neutral position. All of them are in the neutral position, as you can see. That's looking pretty good. There we go. The back here, we're going to, forgot to check if there's anything, nothing coming out from the APU. Right, going underneath here, the fuselage on the left side, take a look, that's all the service, and one take a look if all the fins are set, which they are. In the left side, there we go, that's looking good. And this side, one see, there we go, looking good, electrical wire and brakes are not hot. It is not red, and one see, again, on the right side, left side too. So we're gonna note that down and tell the ground crew that we have rust, and we wanna either, there we go, looking good. We are either gonna be told by the ground crew that we are okay to fly, so they're just gonna check it and they're gonna say that you're okay to fly, and or they're gonna say also the aircraft needs to stay down on the ground. But for this kind of rust, not so much. But we want to tell them. It's good to tell them. But with not so much rust, there we go. That's looking good. Good. It should be okay. It should be safe to fly. There we go. Right. And the B2 have corona regulations, so there we go. That's good. 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 Everything else looking pretty good. There we go. Right. Underneath here, right, all the hatches are closed, and want to take a look into the section. Usually you enter a little bit in here. You can in real life, but yeah. There we go. Right, getting back into the cockpit, the walk around has been completed. As you can probably see, it's done. Gonna be, of course, exiting like this, so we don't need any pushback today. So it's gonna be those 5 minutes are gonna be taken out. Right. So actually, the payload has been set, as you can see. That's what we have, 21.8, and there we go. That's the total kilograms. There we go. Right, zero fuel is gonna go in here, 53.2, and of course the planning fuel weight. We're gonna go in here and take it. 9 should be 9. There we go. So we're gonna be 9.6. Oops, it's gonna be 9. There we go. Right, for the reserves, of course we have it in here. On the FMC reserve, there we go, have 3.4. Cost index 6 like always, flyable 360, there we're going, can maybe get up to 380. Transition out at 6,000 feet initial. And take a look at the wind. Average wind change minus 021. Average wind 272 at 272 at 23. 62.2 on the grass weight, as you can see, 62.0 with 200 on the logo on the taxi fuel. And with this card, before we execute it, we want, of course, read from the aircraft. There we go. And right, this is the fuel. There we go. We want to take a look. Taxi out fuel. We want to have it at 170. There we go. And the trip fuel should be 3668. There we go. And we're 58.4. Correct, takeoff at 62.1, 60.083, so 2.1, takeoff center of gravity 21.9% Mach, so it's a little bit at the back. Taxi, there we go, take it 2.253 and airflow 53.2. Right. Completing that, copying the FMC data and getting the weight and balance in here. Can we send it to the aircraft? Fill in fuel data, send it to the aircraft. Maybe here, let's take a look. Nah, this is gonna do this, I think. Right, this is gonna stay how it's gonna be. There we go. Right, looking good. So the performance initialization, we're gonna wait in for it like this. There we go, that's good. That's gonna be looking in here, there we go. Right, let's test what we're gonna be pulling out right now, the departure in here. So we wanna take a look, 2100 initial, there we go, for 250 knots. Initial climb 242, and we'll take a look right now, of course, the heading of the runway, which is 241 actually. So we're gonna put 241 on here. 241. At the time 40, right? It should be time for the start of the boarding run, and we're gonna be calling the passenger. There we go. It's actually just flight attendants. You're clear to start the boarding, please. There we go. You're just starting the board, thank you. 7 flight service, and then we're gonna go out. 400, and you should climb 6,000 feet. It was. There we go, 6,000 feet. And fly over 100, we're gonna take a look at the speed, of course. Don't forget about the uniform cargo that they're gonna be opening. The 737-800, I think, is the fastest aircraft to turn around. It's just so fast on this kind of stuff. Just you remain right. So if you're starting the boarding right now, what we want to do is, of course, cross lead on APU kicking in. So there we go. I'm gonna stay with this like that. Flight seatbelt signs on, and we have the fuel pumps on. I'm gonna wait for the APU to go away and wait for the ignition to kick. Pressure check. Boom. Towards airport elevation 24 with 0. There we go. Going up. Right. I can go like that. To flow reset, thank you. Right, there we go. So let's debrief the departure easily. So we're gonna start with the taxi. Let's actually wait for the AP to start up, and then we're gonna start debriefing your departure, guys. As we're starting up the AP, if you want to go up, don't want to condense the windows, even though it's no need, but yeah. We'll have profits out or none. So right, APU is on check. There we go, APU please, and guys can go like that. There we go. Conditioning check the dual bleeding situation, so it's okay. There we go. Right, so we started that. First things first, gross weight is correct. We'll go to checking the 360 initial, and then right, execute that. Thank you. For the takeoff information, we're gonna wait. The first things first, we'll debrief. We're gonna get the wind crash. Right. So as we're debriefing the departure, we're gonna be departing gate 21 of the terminal. We're gonna be expecting runway 24. So runway 24 is gonna be quite a longer taxi. How we're gonna be taxiing out, of course, we don't want to interfere with coming traffic, which is gonna come on 24, of course, coming out on Echo. So we're gonna want to take 21 on the apron taxiway, which I don't know what name it actually is. Then exit on Alpha, then left on Charlie. That's how we want to do. I'm taxiing straight ahead, right on Alpha, left on Charlie. That's how we're gonna be calling it on the Unicom. So left on Alpha, right on Alpha, left on Charlie. For the full taxi, we're gonna take a look right now. We're expecting Hotel 3 holding point. We're not going to take Hotel 4. Hotel 4 is for the heavies. They're both going to be heading into the same amount of runway. So there is no need of any recalculation. We're just going to take Hotel 3 directly, and it's going to be putting into the calculation the full runway. There we go. We're going to be taking a look at the weather information on if they changed. They did not change. So QNH is 1018. There we go. We're going to be just getting the cruising winds. Right. There we go. That's a taxi briefing, so we already know how we're doing it. For the departure briefing, guys, we're going to be departing runway 24. We're going to take the Sosta 3 Echo departure. Initial climb is 6,000 feet and wait for further clearance. If we don't have further clearance, that means we're going to go up to fly over 110 directly and then fly over 360 as far via this route. We're expecting a 6.2% until the first waypoint, and it's gonna be 4.3% up to 50100. So that should be good. We'll have the table right here on the ground speed. So 6.2% means at 1,300 or more onto the climb 200 knots, which we're gonna probably have already. 250 means 1,600 and more. We're not gonna get, I think, on 250 till the first waypoint. It's a little bit farther away, so we're gonna be expecting 4.3% then on 250 over 1,100 feet per minute. So we're gonna want to take a look on that climb gradient and see how it's gonna go. For the VORs, it seems we're gonna have the Ibiza VOR 117.8, which we're gonna be putting both of us into the aircraft. There we go. And we're gonna check. There we go. Ibiza VOR 117.8 correct. This is gonna be the normal VOR. Gonna be departing by just to know the DME. You should use for DME purposes in case of any ATC. As we don't have any ATC, we will use it for announcing the traffic. In case of any failures, before 80 knots we're gonna be rejecting for anything with the minor issues. But if our 80 knots as we're gonna be getting into high speed regime, we're gonna be rejecting only for the major issues like engine fire, engine malfunction, the thing that the aircraft is unable to fly. After V1, if we decide to continue, it doesn't matter. The only thing we're gonna be rejecting for is gonna be dual engine failure, which we're not gonna be able to get the aircraft up onto the ground, from the ground. If it's only a normal engine failure or any failure that's whatsoever, when it take off, land normal, coordinate with ATC, get a holding pattern or get direct circling inbound to the airport, following the manuals, QRH and all the instructions for the takeoff. There we go.
Ryanair, low fares, made simple.
Oh good, it started it. Right. If we do have anything I'm very good at the safety, we're coming back to the airport to take off alternate. If not, we're continuing the flight. If nothing goes wrong, again, SOX at GECO, initial 6,000 and 50110. Climb gate is going to be checked by the power monitoring as we're flying. We're going to be calling out into the cockpit. The departure is going to be done only with the left and right fuel pumps. The center fuel pump is going to be turned on once we are over 10,000 feet. Any questions on the departure? No questions, right. You can hear some music. Right, let's start calculating this, guys. There we go. Hold up, because usually it's heard a little bit like that. That's how it's heard usually in the cockpit. Right, let's calculate. So it's dry. There we go. We're gonna be taking a look at active sky for the wind 320 at 8 knots. There we go. So looking good. 18 degrees actually. There we go. QNH 1018. Thrust rating is gonna be. Let's see, I think takeoff. I see takeoff flap 5, AC on, ANTI is off. How we go? That's gonna still like that, right? 5591.1. See takeoff 1. 4789.1. That's good. Takeoff 1 is gonna be used. There we go. That's the speed's looking pretty good. Flap 5 on the flat. Takeoff 2, I think it's too much. We have the lower runway. Usually under 3,000 meters I like to take it, but yeah, I've just changed my mind because usually low-cost companies take it after takeoff, right? So that's gonna be the takeoff D rate, then we're gonna have 47, there we go. Flat's gonna be on 5, center of gravity into 1.8, 5.4, correct. And of course we're gonna put the runway 1 in here, 220 at 8 knots, there we go. Right, check, I'm looking good. 135, 137, 142, 136, 137. Yeah, but 136 and beyond. 142, there we go. 142 is going to be set in here. Right. I have everything on the MCP set, so that means flight director is going on.
Low fares, made simple.
There we go. Close the cargo doors. Well, just found boarding music and this kind of stuff in Pegasus, which is pretty wonderful. We add to the immersion. This is why I like to fly for vRYR, just wonderful airline. Alright guys, during the boarding I'll just go real quick to the toilet. Enjoy this one. Right guys, I'm back.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
Right, so the climb is looking good, there we go. Cruising, looking good, descent, of course, looking good, we get the forecast, that's how we get them, forecast gonna get on to... Now we can actually get this and we're gonna be getting it onto, recalling it onto climbs. Right, what's the time? There we go, we're gonna be locking the chair, there we go. Go the bus, getting the chair like that, there we go. Right, let's get the minimums in here for this departure. Additional 3,100, not gonna be using that. Oh, that didn't think you. Let's take a look in here onto the takeoff in here. I'm going here, acceleration height is 1,500. So AO acceleration height 1,500 AG out. That's when we're gonna start. And the reduction to climb 1, right. What we're gonna do, of course, gonna be the same 1,500. Sure, can use the 800 AGO, so though we're coming in to the in-depth, so as a noise reduction, you can see. Master switch, so that's why. 800 can keep it in here, so we know that we're starting. Passing 800, we'll check it here, we'll show you 500, that's gonna be it. There we go. Alright, APU is gonna go in here, check. APU looking good. And right guys, we should be ready to go. I think we're waiting for one more bus, and yeah, that's the bus that's gonna come, and we should be ready to go from the gate. Let's set already the flight controls and let's get ready for the departure out of the gate, guys. There we go. Still having the door unlocked, there we go. Right. Before startup checklist, before the line. Right. Aerosoft selected. Nav, check. Gear pins, 1, 2, 3, check, removed. Pro covers, 5, removed. Light test, test checked. Tested complete, oxygen tested left, tested right, 100%. Yaw damper on, check. Navigation transfer switches, all normal, 1 auto, check. Fuel, 9.0 record, onboard 9.1, check. Cabin utility and IFA power, on. Emergency lights, on. Faster seatbelt signs, on. Window kit, on. Air conditioning personalization, packs, auto. Blinks, APU, on, set. There we go. Let me just actually zoom this in a little bit. Yeah, my chance for the run. There we go. Pressurization mode selector, auto. Instruments, cross check, left check, right check, both same. Auto brake, RTO check. Disregard check. That's great. Speed brake down check. The parking brake is set. Stabilizer chain color switch normal check. Wheel wear warning check. Wheel wear warning has been checked in here. Radio driver and transponder radios has been checked 122.8 on the my frequency. The there we go. The radar, we're gonna have the TCAS at the moment where the radar is gonna be onto the runway and transponder is standby check because we're gonna be before leaving the gate for closed doors. Gonna get that on. Wheel there we go. Radar and aileron trims, radar free, aileron 0. Takeoff briefing. Takeoff briefing has been discussed. It's checked by both of us. PA completed. FNC CDU complete. FNC CDU is set. There we go. Takeoff information onto here. 136, 137, 142. QRH is gonna go to off position. This is the first from this one. Right. All of them looking good. M1 on ES box, as you can see, jetting takeoff course 47, 30 and 189.2. As you can see, we're gonna check it in here. There. Right. Stabilizer trim, step trim. Not set, step trim. .4 step trim check. Performance and weight and balance sign, performance and weight and balance checks, and it's been centered onto this one. AUVs, airplane mode, stowed flight deck door windows, left close, right close, flight deck. T9, there we go, thank you. Right. Mobile phones, airplane mode, cockpit door, locked with us. Gonna be closing the doors right now, there we go. Passengers, probably have been seated, there we go. Get the plant under the call. There we go. Right, before startup checklist is complete, guys. So that means the collision has to go to position. And of course, it's gonna be released. Right. We're gonna be starting up directly from the gate and pushing, so we're not gonna be needing that. But we are gonna be announcing onto the there we go, fly crew to ground. We're gonna be starting up directly. We're waiting for reconfirmation after everything has been cleared. VHF nav 1 right now. Right, we're gonna have scratch pad. Ibiza traffic runner 3 Charlie Papa. We're gonna be starting up at gate 21 on the terminal. Starting up the engines, then we're gonna be taxiing straight out. There we go. That means auto reporting to off position, and of course APU is off, crossfeed off, electrics. We don't have any pushback, so we can keep the hydraulics like that, and everything else looking pretty good. There we go. Right. Gonna wait for all of this to be clear and all the ground crew. There we go. Left ground crew. There we go. We're gonna be waiting for them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you aboard this flight. We will be starting up the engines at the moment. We won't have to push back to this gate as we have a direct taxi out. Oh, thanks so much for choosing Ryanair. Hope you will enjoy the flight today into Santiago, and I'll get back with more information once we are at once we're climbing. We're gonna be departing runway 240 the beta, and it should be on time departure. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight, and listen to the flight attendant's instructions. Because they're here for your comfort, and most probably for your safety. Again, welcome aboard. There we go. Right, so go. Flight get ground, we're ready for departure. Do you get the pushes? Negative, we don't want the pushback. Right, abort pushback, thank you. What we're gonna do right there. Don't want any goddamn pushback. Can we push like this? Let's do the pushback. Hello. Alright, release parking brakes, and I want to stop here and complete the pushback procedure. There we go. Pretty strange. This gate should be. I think I'm just hitting reset position, and that's gonna be it. To be honest, I mean. Board pushback, and this guy should be okay. We're hitting reset position, and that's gonna be it. Just gonna be. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna be resetting GSX. There we go. Restart it. Thank you. Application value successfully. There we go. And we want this. We don't want those. We don't want those. Please, 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 please. We don't want those. Let's customize this back composition, please. Pushback. There we go. Pushback direction. None. This apply. Thank you. There we go. So. Departure. Pushback. No. Finally. Why could they done that? There we go. Handling by Sienna. We don't want to request any pushback. Come on. Rocket trip. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna need to wait for this guys to get the fuck out of here. There we go, so if that's that, there we go, if that's the case, both of the packs will go to off position, there we go. And just before we do that, there we go, position reset, thank you. Oh, I hate this kind of stuff. Alright, I'm gonna keep like this, there we go. Right, so we're gonna check this on Lex page, I hate when this kind of happens, there we go. So we have the station valve like that, both of them closed, there we go. You load the line with the checklist. Air conditioning packs off, ventilation lights on, parking brakes set, and transport alt off check before startup checklist. Below the line. Check flight engine number 2, select the ground, starting engine number 2. There we go. 30% PSI check, there we go. And 2 kicking up, 50% check, and 1 red. Fuel flow, give the fuel into the aircraft, there we go. Fuel flow check, and 1 CDR pressure kicking up with the N1 and the AGT, there we go. Config check, there we go. Thumbs on. For the fuel start, then we're gonna be turning it off. There we go. Right, electrical sign engine number 1. Dirty check, usually first after closet. PSI into the engine, yeah, there we go. And one kicking in, there we go, pressure 20%. Have good ignition. Go. Correct, there we go, and take a look at this and just stabilize with the right one. 21.1 check, there we go. Right, disregard that. That means the APU pumps will go to on, prop it on, check, there we go, and generator 1, generator 2, continuous check, everything else looking good, red. And there we go. System check, the failure, there we go. Right. Then I was setting up everything so we have good engine start, flag to the ground, thank you so much, have a wonderful day, we're gonna be leaving the gate. There we go, that's good, that's check, down here everything else is looking good. There we go, flaps set to flaps 5 position check. 136, 137, 142 check, take our speed verified, there we go. Right. There we go, flight control check in progress, right. So full right, hydraulic movement, full left, check, full down, go up, rudder full left, then rudder full right, there we go, have hydraulic pressurization movement, that's good. APU can go to up position and right before taxi checklist. Generators on, APU off, set switches continuous, check both continuous, prop heat on, check on, NTIs no need off, air conditioning packs auto bleeds off, check bleeds on, installation valve auto check, flaps set 5, require 5, set 5, green light. Stabilizer trim 5.4 check, that's 5.4, let's just drop it a little bit higher, there we go, we can have 5.5, right. Star levels out of D10 check, flight controls has been checked, recall check, there we go, right, before taxi checklist complete. There we go, we're gonna be leaving the off block time. Right. Ibiza traffic on 3 Charlie Papa, we're gonna be starting taxiing to Holy Point Hotel 3 from runway 24 via the apron taxiway, right on Alpha, left on Charlie, then Hotel 3. There we go, parking brake release, start the clock and let's start moving. Not forget to get the brakes on. And this way, hey GSX. Come on, get the fuck away from here. Okay, well, we're gonna, there we go, final. Oh, there we go, so as that's the performance, there we go, airport map can go in here and we'll pull out the parking stand charts. We don't have the transponder to TA only, so no Alright. Taxi lights on and turn off on check, there we go. Flight attendants tell them to prepare for
Welcome on board this Ryanair flight. May we have your attention while we point out some of the safety features on this Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Please remove headphones during this demonstration. There are 8 emergency exits, each marked with a red exit sign. 4 path markings along the cabin aisle will illuminate in darkness and guide you to the nearest exit in an emergency. There are 4 main doors, 2 at the front of the cabin, 1 left and 1 right, and 2 at the rear of the cabin, 1 left and 1 right. There are 4 overhead exits in the center of the cabin, 2 left and 2 right. Please note the nearest exit to you, which may be behind you. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal end into the buckle, to secure or on the loose end of the strap, and to open lift the buckle cover. In the event of a sudden loss of cabin pressure, individual oxygen masks will drop automatically from the panel above your head. If this happens, remain seated. Pull down firmly on the mask to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Don't worry if the bag does not inflate. Oxygen is flowing. To secure the mask, pull one end of the strap. Adults traveling with young children, please attend to your own mask first. Your life jacket is stowed in a pocket beneath your seat or in the panel above your head.
Go.
In the unlikely event of landing,
the Alpha and the rest.
remove the jacket from its packet and place it over your head. Bring the strap around your waist, clip at the front, and secure as the crew are now demonstrating. To inflate the life jacket, pull down sharply on the red toggle. There is a mouthpiece for further inflation or deflation, and a light to attract attention. Do not inflate your life jacket inside the cabin, as to do so will impede your exit. Further information may be found on the safety card, which is displayed within the area you are seated. Your captain invites you to read this card carefully before departure. Please now ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened, tray table is in the upright and locked position, armrests down and window blinds open. We recommend for your comfort and safety that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight. There is a cool bell, reading light and fresh air vent in the panel above your head. Portable electronic devices such as tablets and mobile phones in flight mode may be used throughout the flight. Please select flight mode now. Laptops must be stowed in cabin baggage under the seat in front of you or in the overhead locker for taxi, takeoff and landing. We would like to remind you that smoking is not permitted. Thank you for your attention. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight.
That's the cabin secure. That's the cabin secure down there. There we go. Right. Should be right on time on the departure. There we go. Right before departure, there we go. You're gonna want to kill the center pumps. Thank you. Disregard the config in there. Why we do that is because we have under 2,000 kilograms, and we want to keep that fuel so the aircraft does not has that max center of gravity. We want to keep that center of gravity during the climb, because that's what the aircraft has calculated, right? So this is Golf in the right side. We're gonna have the next one. So there we go. We have TCAS set. We want to see if there's any ATC, no air traffic control. So there we go. Right, on this radar, I wanna see there's nobody departing or landing. There we go, so that's looking good. You can shoot that there. Right, start takeoff procedures. There we go, landing lights on, taxi lights off. Go strobe lights like that. No throttle arm and everything else. Before takeoff. Flaps set 5 green light, temperature 4. Correction 5.5 or 5.4. Right before takeoff, checklist complete. Lining up. Go. Ibiza traffic on the 3 Charlie Papa, lining up runway 24 via Hotel 1. actually correction via Hotel 3. Actually Hotel 2 I think. And 15 minutes on the departure, there we go, so lining up, everything up here looking good. So don't need anything, right? Usually during daytime you can take off without the retractables, but I'm gonna be using it. Right, forget the weather radar, which you don't wanna forget. There we go. Forget the weather radar. Right, there we go. I'm still used with the Airbus steering. You can probably see this. Alright, there we go. Right, full brake check, everything else is set. Recall check, there we go. Right, clock set. Ibiza traffic runway 3 Charlie Papa taking off runway 24 via the Sosta 3 Echo departure. You should climb flight level, correction, you should climb 6,000 feet, then flight level 100, then asphalt to 60. Clock check, brake set. Question nose down, check, 40%. Engine stable check, release the brakes. Push toggle. Thrust check, thrust set, there we go. Acceleration. 18 as check. The left side,
V1.
rotate.
V2.
Battery whip, Europe. Check. $1,500 check. Acceleration. The aircraft is pretty well trimmed. I'm gonna keep this ready for we can drop it down. Flaps up. That's why I wanted to keep that out, see? Go like that, you can go like that, check. Up away, go back. Up away. Ibiza traffic, Roda 3 Charlie Papa runway 24 is clear. We're climbing by the Sosta 3 Echo inbound this second waypoint, the Bravo 605. We are 8 miles out of Ibiza, climbing 6,500 for flight 360. down, check. I have to take off checklist. I have to take off checklist and then bleeds on. It bleeds on. Backs auto. Auto check. Left right auto. Landing gear up and off check. Up and off flaps. Up no lights. Up no light check. I have to take off checklist complete. I can put this down. Dobra, czy zero. Forgot the climb capacity of this aircraft, to be honest. 10,000 feet, check. This is the worst climb announcement I could have ever heard. Yeah, it's really the worst climb announcement I could have ever heard, but it's okay. Something. Sim looks on Nightmate, what shaders are you using? I don't know when the aviator look at. I think that message was either sent earlier or something. I don't know, I think I had a problem with the chat. If you send it right now, well, there is only a thing I'm using, it's RD Shade. RD Shade is the program that just got out right now. It's a pretty wonderful one, you should use it if you want. It's quite a beautiful one. I mean, you could just transform your simulator, that's why it looks amazing. I'm thinking about getting some new clouds, Rex Skyforce clouds, but I'm skeptic about it because I heard a lot of bad stuff about Rex, you know. Yeah. It's let me actually tell you. Where is it? RD Shade. I usually keep it open when I do because it has that HDR settings, right? It's the natural preset made by SimFlyer. That's the one I'm using. It's actually, I think, the most downloaded. I liked it. That was just looking the best out of all of them. Yeah, but yeah, this guy's charging. Yeah, this guy's charging. After yesterday's event, to be honest, today's flight feels so so chill. After yesterday, just having to just talk with ATC the whole goddamn way, today's flight really feels so chill. I mean, if I would have had ATC en route today, probably would have been much easier than yesterday because I got used to the workload. But today we're gonna have some chill flights. Maybe heading into Edinburgh, that's when we're gonna be having some ATC in London, as usually it is, especially on the Sunday. Cool, cheers, cheers mate, cheers. Oh, and I want to tell you guys, for the guys that using the preset for RD Shade, there is a setting there which is added by the guy who made the preset. It's the autogen draw distance setting, which you find it in the others category. You don't want to have that turned on. That really hurts your frames like shit. It hurts your frame and it provokes crashes. I had a crash yesterday because it loads up much more scenery than the simulator wants, and you have much more autogen than the simulator can handle. And in Korean DLR usually crashes when that happens. You know? So you may wanna just uncheck that. That's the only trick I did. And if you want to, that's a optimization. You can get the CPU priority. So P3D has priority over other apps and the CPU usage, which is good. It helps stability. It helps stability. But if you're used to playing other games or flying sim or cruising, or if you're used to, let's say, checking out YouTube, staying on YouTube, you're gonna experience stutters. What setting was that? The autogen draw distance by that preset is the autogen draw distance. You can go into the others category and it should be the second or the third one. The autogen draw distance actually provoked a crash for me and a lot more. I think it had a lot of crashes. So yeah, you don't want to have it on. I don't know, it depends on the video card. If you have a powerful video card, it doesn't make the difference, even just make the sim look good. But for me, I would like to stay with the draw distance on the autogen that the simulator gives me. Let's see, we have the Valencia view over the next one. Let's take the small one, there we go. So yeah, you can well consider that setting, but you guys can try it out, tell me if it's the same. Right, let's take a look at the progression. 1045, I think we should be right on time on the arrival. Yep, exactly right on time, 1045. Exactly as shown. Right, going back to the fly log. Right, I get wait, gentlemen just kept speaking. Hope you have enjoyed the takeoff out of Ibiza with a wonderful and scenic takeoff. You looked for the guys at the right side seats, the guys at the left side. Well, you saw a lot of sea. Thank you so much again for choosing Ryanair. We're going to be arriving in Santiago at time 1045 Zulu, which means 1245 local time. We should be in for a pretty smooth flight. A little bit of a headwind. That's the only stuff that expected. There's no SIGMETs reported or anything, so that means the weather warnings. There are none of them are reported. So yeah, you can stay chill and keep your seatbelts unfastened. We forgot to turn the sign because of the workload, but yeah, it should be okay right now. Thank you so much again for choosing Ryanair. Listen to the flight attendant instructions as they're here for your comfort, but most primarily for your safety. And I'll get back to you once we're closer to the top of this and to announce you that we're going to be landing into Santiago. Thank you and have a wonderful flight. Cool, cheers, no problem either. Ryanair installed it finally. Yeah, it's a much newer aircraft. Ryanair installed this guy. Lovely. Yeah, it looks like it's a much newer aircraft than counterparts that I used to fly. Especially the guys at the multi-air aircraft. Yeah, of course they added the new Boeing 737s into their fleet because it's the main fleet that we're flying right now, the EI, the Echo India. It's the main fleet. Then you had the multi-air fleet, which is the 9 Hotel, and this run at UK. Then the different fleet. And the Boeing 737 MAX is on the buzz airlines, as far as I remember. Go. Now we can see the top of this, and as you can probably see, is Flavor 360. Scenery is loading, a lot of scenery loading actually. So check, there we go. We want to get the crossfit on so we don't the 50 we can actually kill the pumps, which we're actually going to be doing. Can provoke an unbalance if we don't. So. Right guys, pretty wonderful. As you can see, there is some overcast, not expected. Right, let's change active sky to Santiago. Rosalia de Castro, that's what we're going to be landing. Variable tunas from 3.5 in use, of course. Actually, no, the main one we should be 1.7. Broken fog, okay. Right, broken fog. So, no, it's BCPG, so that means it's fog. Few clouds at 002, broken at 007. One the temperature. You go to 9, finish on 2023. Wow, pretty bad weather. The visibility at least. It's good that there's not on the visibility, but we're gonna have the 300 feet. We have a few clouds. If we get underneath a few clouds, broken at 007, 700 feet. 2 layers of them. Our RVR is 200 meters, so not anything at 200 meters. We're gonna have to do an auto run. That's usually the policy of a runner. You can follow it to minimums, and we don't take a look. I did put something on Volentum. We have different minimums right now than what's shown on the charts. Guys with Ryanair just online, there we go. Then me just already up in the sky. We have some different minimums, a little bit higher than what's the normal minimums. What's gonna be the time of our top of descent? 1017. It's less than 1 hour, so we can go and can leave the cockpit. Taking a look at FlyRadar. Usually, or actually FlyRadar 24 if there is nothing on the Navigraph charts. Run. I know it's a bad one. There we go for the NAD DP or the 1. Engine, that's it. Application cancel, application phase. Cancellation phase. Okay, go VP. Next is the runway exists. The runway will go within 2,000 meters. Any of the transition by taxi aircraft 4 or echo and putting runway in use. This condition runway to any control will be closed. Takeoff following category 2 could be runway holding 14 must be used, runway 7135. Rabbits road. Leaving runway pilots will notify runway vacated and stay very vacated takes away use. Probably guided during taxi on the coast tower or aircraft crew and vacate or and 10% on the without the service. Take a look at some LVP, maybe it's actually in use. Let's first get the new VOR, there we go. I have 1 myself, this one's free. Just pass it. Another one, 1.5.6. So there we go. Going back to this communication for takeoff. So conditions. Going up is flat. The aircraft is located to nautical from Titan. That's not possible. So the missile will be provided. In category 2 or 3, approach will take place. And the permission will be only be supplied when any sensitive areas are vacated. German 170 is approved for category 2 and 3. That's good driving aircraft. Alpha 7. Tons of from 4 Captain Never. Considering the back of particular Tango. Okay. But if we get Echo 4 on the Arabo. Tango. Right, so it depends on where we're getting out of the runway. Well, we could try and get a fast vacation spot at Echo 3. But I don't know what to say. I mean, we're in the turnaround stage with the aircraft, so Echo 3 should be one of the best, and we can get some time out of it. Really time, really much time. So you can get a good chunk of time at Echo 3. We have a bit of tax information. Okay. So if we come in on number 355 screening by the trees, so mid reduction. So a total of 34 with wind of direction from 0 to 100 and between 164 feet. High and the touchdown zone. There is discontinuing wind intensity, which could mean a reduction up to 40%. The touchdown zone is represented on nearby forest area, which influences the region. Okay, so we have of course going to be landing in the forest, and you're going to see why we're talking about. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take 17, I think. Let's see if on fly radar 24 they're taking the same. Remember, I think they are. They should be taking 17. I'm pretty sure they are. When wind is variable like that. Just landing. Yeah, 0.7 on there. 0.7 is the main runway, so. We'll try and take a look. Vacation at Echo 3, we're gonna see how it is. No, Echo 3 is takeoff minimum, there we go. 1542 remaining. The space threshold, yeah, we do have the space threshold. So the running area is safe on the threshold 3000 meters. That means half the runway, 1500. So we need 1500 to get the tree. What you're gonna see. Let's take a look into the performance. We'll take a look at the landing. And copying the FSG data, runway condition is variable NGXu 602. I'll go temperature 11, QNH is 1023. I'll to 40 AC on ATI as well. And CD, turn around 67 if we land where it is. There we go, right. Right up configure operational brakes with the brake to in normal configuration. For the auto brake tree. For the 600 auto brake tree. It's quite close. I'm gonna try it, auto brake tree. Brake tree, we want to get that echo tree in the vacation spot so we have time for the turnaround. Don't want to take that long taxi. So if we vacate at Echo 4, otherwise taxi Tango Delta 3 and Romeo. Go, NH1023. Right. What's the time for top of descent? 20 minutes. 60 half an hour. 5707 20 minutes. In half an hour should be at the top of descent. There's a more of your go 117.1. No, nothing with the windshield. I'm really surprised. Really surprised that there is nothing in the windshield when you take it. But something usually is.
North runway 36, left head area 3926. Yeah, 3926 at 4,000 feet, climbing 370.
Right guys, I'm back. So there we go. We have 10 more minutes at the top of descent. We're gonna start debriefing the things, and we're gonna be starting, of course, with the weather. So let's get the weather information in here. Have variable at 1 knot, of course. 099 broken BCFG, which is fog. A few clouds at 002 and overcast at 007. So we have an overcast at 700 feet. 11 degrees in dew point of 10 QNH 1023. So we have quite a little bit of an issue in here. Even though we have mobility of 999er, we have that overcast at 700 feet. So 700 feet transmitted in meters, that we're going to take a look, because we're going to have that visibility blocked by the clouds. So even though it's 999 visibility, it's these clouds that are really going to be hitting us. So at 700 feet, usually it's right above the minimums. Right now, let's take a look in here. There we go. So we have a different minimum. So that's the weather information. Of course, we're gonna be, of course, getting this in here. There we go. Right. On the landing, as you can see right here, it's gonna be the landing configuration we're gonna be using. Let's just change the. It's variable at 1 knot. There we go. Right. That's gonna be it here. There we go. It's looking pretty good. What are we gonna be doing? Of course, that's the. Let's take a look at the airport information. The airport information said it's only 170 news, and the arrival charts are gonna be coming in via the 401 hotel. If I'm not mistaken, or it's one Golf. No, it's one hotel. 401 hotel coming in onto the right side inbound Santiago ADF. NDB. It's gonna be only for flight plan purposes, so after reading through, and you're gonna start in a right hand turn, continuous like that, going into the downwind and left turn into final. So usually that's how it's usually done. There we go. With respect to flight 115 now, there we go, dropping down. So that should be good. We wanna put 390 in here in case of an emergency. There we go. ADF. Okay, so I want to take a look. Usually you want to do it like this, going onto the ADF, and it's going to be having to show it in there. That's what we're going to be doing. The approach is going to be approach via the ADF, not the VOR approach. I have a VOR after that 1.6.4, which is going to be followed by the go-around procedure. We're going to be taking LS Yankee on the runway 17, which is via the Santiago ADF. Yeah, so we're not gonna have the Santiago VOR for the missed approach, which is gonna go 1.6.4. Then there we go 168 on the DME. There we go 168. Gonna just putting it in here. There we go 168. 170 news is pre-planned on 1 and 2. There we go, correct this. 17. There we go, right. Breaking it. We're expecting on the initial ILS approach to have 3,100 at 5.8 DME, then dropping down. Airport elevation, let's take a look at the airport elevation. It's at 1,200, so that's the landing altitude. There we go, 1,200, 1,200 elevation. So for the missed approach, we're expecting a 2,900 on the head turn, then 2,000 feet onto the left turn. For 4,000 maximum, that's what we're gonna be arriving. Let's see, on the star we don't have any VOR, only the Santiago one, which I think foreigner should be ready with. And we're gonna want to take a look at the flight log, see if there's a more VOR. No. Right. 1.6.4, we're gonna be having the ILS frequency in here. There we go, 110.3. Then I'll put the ILS frequency in here, and then we're gonna be putting the VOR in case of a go-around. Right. So the course are set pretty good. Santiago ADF, and there we go. Let's take a look at a little bit of the arrival on the approach for the ILS Yankee. So we have here DME ADF required, so ILS DME reads 0 at my unstable display threshold. Racetrack restricted to maximum 230. This racetrack is via the Santiago ADF in case we need a turn around. So if we get that's how it's usually done. We can do a racetrack and land. If you want to, but we're gonna be keeping it by a downwind. Don't wanna have a problem with that. Maybe other traffic or something. Right, we want to take a look right now. So we're expecting category 2 ILS or category 2. We're probably going to take category 3, which we're category 3 configured. But for category 3, we're going to have a different kind of minimum than what we have in here. So different type of minimum is in here. Flight briefing, of course, there we go. We have the notes here. So I got it in here. I have ILS Zulu and ILS Yankee. For ILS Zulu and ILS Yankee, they will go 16 July 2020. Here I can modify the minimum of OCA standard table to D. We have a category 3, there we go, category 2 of 4%, category 3 of 4%. Category 3 we have 50 normal, but the category 1 and category 2 and category 3 we're gonna keep it like this. We can try first things first, we can try and do a minimum with we can try and do a category 3 landing, but if we do a category 3 land, that makes a complete auto land. Category 2 landing means the ILS is gonna be coming down very low, and we're gonna be using the minimums of category 2, which you can see in here. But we can put it as a push guide and get it on 4%. So we need to push guide on 4%, A, B, C, and D. So for category 161, which is actually correct, so it's set in here. Only for category 1 is make it different. 161. So we're gonna stay with that 161 minimums. I'll try category 2. If it's not working, of course, we're gonna try in category. Cross check. There we go. 181.023. There we go. And we can put it on the standby until there we go. Right. In here 26 nautical miles, right, we're gonna start, there we go, that's the terminal arrival, and for, right, for the completed debriefing in here, we're gonna have the lubricant taxing into the, we're gonna have Tango Delta 3 in the room, that's how it is charted from the charts. So we're set Echo 3, then left on Tango, Delta 3 in the Romeo. In case anything goes wrong, we're going to go around. If we're not able to go around, we're going to be landing and stopping in the runway if there's any engine fire or something, or if there is if it's not engine fire or something that needs evacuation and fire support on the fire brigade, then we can vacate the runway and go to the gate. If it's major, coordinate with ATC tower, especially with the tower to tell us if it's major, but what we have to do major. Right. For the first things first, so if there's any questions on the approach briefing, we know what we're doing. I'll thank you, room 17 by the 401 hotel. We're gonna be jumping down the go, let's turn out the traffic. Go. No go. So I think the aircraft is ready for the. We're going to do the descent check class for about 200. So we're approaching the continuous passengers. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, so Captain speaking. We are going to be beginning our descent in about 2 minutes. So we would like to tell you to return to your seats, and if we are at your seat, keep your seatbelt securely fastened. We're going to be arriving in about the exact time I will set 12:45 p.m. local time into Santiago. Thank you so much for choosing Ryanair. Hope you will enjoy the flight. We're gonna have some bad weather for what I saw in there, some bad clouds, but nothing that we are not trained to handle. Thank you again, and yeah, I'll get back to you on 10,000 feet when we turn the seatbelt signs down and get you ready for the arrival. I really like the new pedestal. Right, 50200. Check. We're expecting a bit like that. We can zoom this in so we have a better understanding on the. Yes, you have a little bit of that's a clear turbulence, cat. Stronger catting. Right, we'll go to there we go, we follow this in the banana. I like to call it, it's actually how it's called, the banana. To see the part that's gonna put 1,000 feet per minute and the throttle stabilize at 7.4. There we go. The hydraulic performance is looking good. Up here everything goes looking pretty good, and as you can see the cabin climb should be starting to drop down. So we are expecting. We go, we call the check. I'm going to take a look at the oil pressurization first things first, and temperature is looking good, quantity 63%, so the oil quantity is looking pretty good. Okay, let's see what time after it goes, 62% on the oil quantity as you can see. Well, there we go, and get a decent wind requested. Usually try and shove at 7.0, it's 1,000 plus, so 2,000. And you have ATC when you use this. Yeah, we're a little bit higher, see? Right, so we're gonna want to take a look at this. So let's reread the attending data. So we have dry conditions remaining 17 in Santiago. Wind rate 6.1, that's variable 1 knot. Cloud temperature from 1 to QDH 1.23. Operation reverse full thrust. Flaps 40 on the flaps. AC on and NT is off. Brake tree no condition. We can actually get the AC off if we get better stepping performance. I don't think we will. The same stopping, so the AC is on the stage. Photos will call out when he thinks that we are gonna be arriving, so I'm gonna probably arrive before the 220 after Forno? Forno? Forno, you're there and at Forno we should be at very good. And during the deboarding we're going to start getting the operational flight plan, of course, like we always do, and for the secondary flight we should be heading into Edinburgh. See how fast we're going to be able to turn around the circuit. It says 67 minutes. Pretty good. If we taxi pretty quick, and we get that fast out arrival when we get to the airport, that means it will be good. Right, we have over 50. Take a look, so we can right now turn the fuel pumps back on. There we go. Of course, the left side pump does not work, so let's see if we need to listen. If we have only one pump working, we're gonna of course turn it back off. Right, keep this off for landing. We'll have the center pump on. There we go. sunny day. Unfortunately, we don't look at this overcast and we don't like it anymore. Quite overcast and very low, and 700 feet. At 900, okay, it's going better, it's getting better. So visibility 7,000, yeah. So we will like it category 2 in any case. So yeah, category 261 is gonna be. Video temperature 131. Very low on the clouds. I won't have the nav1 in here as possibly where that's the channel viewer. Zamora viewer, I think it's yeah, it's out of here, right? So we captured the list of there we go. We'll have the F1 till we capture it, then we're stopping it. And the next one is gonna be 116.4, which is the San Diego. Go around. Almost 2,000 feet, there we go. We can start with 10,000 feet. Drop down the altitude, there we go. Usually I don't like to use the sound, but it's good to use nav1 sound from time to time because I actually forgot about it. Look at the scattered low level clouds. I'm looking at that cloud and we're gonna keep the category 2 minimums. Category 2 landing, it's a category 3 landing, it's only you have performance of taking the aircraft and landing. Category 3 is a complete auto land. So category 2 approach, what means it's a manual approach is following the instruments, following the flight directives. That's a category 2 approach. I haven't done it in a while, so yeah, that's what it means. It, usually you follow the autopilot 1 to a point, and then a point that you disconnect the throttle, and you only follow the instrument if it's no visual outside. If it is visual outside, you can take it back to category 1, the minimums will stay the same, you just take a look outside and visual. Once you start the category 2 approach, you can turn it off, so that means full visual. So we can there we go, locking my chair and everything, preparing for the arrival into Santiago, guys. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Have a good flight. There we go. So, but we're gonna be taking a look first things first. The Flight 200 is gonna be doing the checklist, the descent checklist. So, We have already done the right. So landing out we put the 1200 check. There we go. The recall we checked it before we started the descent. We checked it right now too. Auto brake is gonna be set to 3 position, which you're actually gonna be putting it. There we go. Landing data check. Let's forgot about the landing data, which more like flaps 40 check 133, and that's good. 133 plus 5138 is correct. There we go. Minimums check, we're gonna be putting the minimums 161, crash check 161 in there. There we go. Approach briefing, there is no question on the approach briefing, so approach briefing has been completed. ILS Yankee Romeo 17 by default we went to. There we go. Descent checklist is complete. We're gonna have the approach checklist there, and there we go. We're preparing for the approach checklist. Good. So the auto brake will stay at 3 position. There we go, and everything up here is gonna be looking like this. Right? Exactly, so FIDM actually, so it's FIDM we got to do that. And take a look at the terrain. As you can see, the terrain, a little bit of a bumping here, so see the bumps ahead. That's the clouds we're gonna be entering. The temperature is 1-1, so right now it's -5, so we don't think we're gonna be needing anti-ice onto this arrival, so that's looking pretty good. There we go. Go. You can zoom this in. There's gonna be full touch roost equipment, so you can have to like that. Look at the reflections, wow. Dynamic reflections is what it does. The view right here is looking amazing. You can see this clouds. This is a low-level layer cloud. Scattered. The broken or it's scattered? I think it's scattered. Yeah, scattered at 003. This is the actually low layer fog that's actually above Santiago at the moment. Pretty strange weather to be honest into here, but as we're dropping down, you can see the fog forming, so yeah, remember this is the active sky thing. The pre-patch editing region real life you wouldn't be able to. This is what you would see when you were dropping down in a fog layer like this. So this is actually 7,000 meter visibility. As we're entering into this area, this is what you actually get. We're gonna be having a Cat 2, but 7,000 visibility. I would drop for a Cat 3 to be 100% correct. Cat 3 takes a little bit longer on the, that's why you're longer on the arrival time, so we either get full or we get nothing. So, yeah. Because I wanted to debrief that go around very, very well, which we're actually gonna be doing, of course. We're gonna be debriefing that go around pretty well in here, which is actually gonna be in here debriefed on 4,000 feet on the joint runway elevation to 1,170. Direct to that, climb to 4,000 on the left hand, join the holding. So that's good when debrief the go around correctly. It's gonna be a straight ahead and left turn. We're not gonna be. We have only a navigational display in there. There we go. Alright. We're gonna be following the instruments, guys. So it's gonna be a full instrument arrival. It's gonna be an instrument arrival into Santiago. We have one more guy, DH Havilland-8. Yep, the reference of the quarter also here from the Havilland-8. Santiago. Bad visibility, bad conditions, not the best flying day to be honest. We did not choose the best flying day into Santiago, but should be okay. Cross that 4 and overflight of 115 or above, so that's good. There we go. Next, we're gonna be dropping down to 5,000, I think. first gonna take the 6000, which is 250 check. Taking go to 600. Start right there. Should be as that 6000. Turning right. This is gonna be the final part of the approach, and what we wanna do, of course, we're gonna put the terrain radar in here as they're coming down. There we go. As you have a peak of 6,000 feet, so we're staying on the chat. Past that, of course, but I wanna be sure. Yeah, so if you look outside, there's no visual reference, only that peak that they just hand out. But if you look outside, if you look like that, it's like a cloud of overcast. No visual reference of where the airport could be. We know it's ahead of us. It should be somewhere right there. There's no visual reference, so as we're getting into the cloud, by the minimums, no minimum approach point. So we can keep the autopilot down by the minimums, but after the minimums, we need to be already with the hand on the that. So probably gonna be disconnecting at under 900 feet or so. It's up guessing 900, so we're gonna be probably disconnected in 900 feet. Try and follow the flight director. So if we don't, then yeah, our eyes are gonna be only on the flight director. We're gonna be following it. Alright, Sebik is only just a YAF, so that's at the approach point. Which you're going to be starting at. There we go. The approach point, we're going to be starting the approach in here. There we go. I don't know why with the. What? 240, right? So you have this into 240. Right, we can see here on this, well, you can see the light slopes. I think we go. I'm using this one, so we begin to. Further to your right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. We have reached 10,000 feet. We'd like to tell to return to your seats. Thank you so much for shooting Ryanair. We will have a little bit of a tricky landing into Santiago, so if there is a go around, we're very sorry for that, but we have the bad visibility. Thank you so much for shooting Ryanair again. Sit back, relax, and I'll update you if there's any go around. If not, we'll see you down there on the ground. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much again for shooting us. We hope to have safe travels if you're going somewhere else. If not, have a safe and wonderful stay here in Santiago. On the 10,000 feet check. On the lights down check. Retractable lights can go still off. Actually, can put this guys to do. I'll be following this till about this 10 miles, then I'll be keeping like this. At least we get 7.5 miles or so. I don't know why this is not. Santiago traffic with the 3 Charlie Papa descending through 8,500 for 6,000 feet inbound Santiago in DB. We're gonna be taking in the manual vectoring on the right hand turn via the heading to get down from runway 17. Expecting LS Yankee, number 17, dropping down to 3,100 feet. Intentions have been declared, so we already know. good. Heading select and tune. There we go. The aircraft is on heading mode right now. So that means the VS is gonna go into here too. Raise a little bit at the speed, and we're gonna put 3,100. There we go, and drop this, zoom this in, and once we start seeing the runway full, there we go. Right now we're taking the right turn. 2340. See a little bit, see the clouds are not there. Pretty good. Right, at the beginning this approach 210 knots, so we can each other. But this guys, still waiting for that. There we go. That's the airless. Should have it on the nav. Airless chart in here. That's the nav. Thank you. Right, that was the Morse code. So you have tit, just 2 bips, 2 middle bips, 1 beep, then 3 1 beeps. There we go. Right now we have an STD check 1023. There we go. I want to check the 23. That's good. Right, we're getting it down into the clouds. But we can raise this up because you can see we're quite a little bit lower on the cloud slope. Now we're almost on the base turn, so at base turn we're gonna have at least the flux of speed, which is 200. Right, the healing base turn energy continues check and base turn. There we go. Bad conditions, I don't like it, but you know when you have a course that's when you jump in. So we're gonna take a category 2. So category 2 is confirmed both category 2, right? So taking category 2. For the category 2 again, want to debrief it, so 161 minimums, they can take 4%. Right. Thank you. 161 in the radio minimums. Speed 210. Speed check. Flaps. That's one green right, there we go. I want to see in here, zooming this in. We have right on the glass up, as you can see. And there we go, so there we go, left turn. Santiago Traffic under 3, Charlie Papa beginning on left base turn, inbound and 10 mile farther from 17. Check, hold up. Check 168 on heading. Check. 10 mile final, there we go. Back to least 180 knots.
Santiago traffic and Ostrom 11 Golf Yankee. Entering the ILS pattern from the STG VOR, where it's currently sitting at 10,000, descending down to 3,000. Santiago traffic.
So He's entering the LS pattern. There we go. Let's take a look. Flaps 5 is thinking. Flaps 5. Your localizer, please. Your localizer check. Approach mode. Keep further 100. There we go. Down there. Flexible underlights can go down, and I don't know if we're gonna stop the strobe light or not, but I think we won't. Not night time, so. Guys, look, check 160. We can keep it 180, but yeah, 160. It's a short final into here, there we go. Plus 15 gear down. 15 6, but check that's 15 gear down. That's Santiago Travel under 3 Charlie Papa on 5 mile final. Runway 17 with glass open localizer. Right, there we go. Pro checklist, altimeter set 1023 landing checklist. We're gonna put it in here. There we go. That's speed brake time check, plus 15. Down here, everything also looking good. Up here, everything looking good. Because of this, we're gonna drop the taxi lights. 4,000 feet means pro check. There we go. And there we go. 138 speed check. Left foot. Left foot check. There we go, check, right. Landing checklist. Engine continue check, speed brake arm check, green light, flaps landing gear down 3 green check, and flaps 40 green light check. Landing checklist complete.
1,000.
Check. Visual. Control. Santiago Travel under 3 Charlie Papa landing runway 17.
Terrain, terrain. Terrain, terrain.
Disregard.
Plus 100.
Check, there we go.
Minimums.
Did you?
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Go.
Santiago traffic and Nostrum 11 Golf Yankee turning base for the runway 17. Santiago traffic.
Down the ground, there we go. Okay, we had the memory issues, there we go, reverse the full. Check. 69 check, reverse the manual braking. We got this one because of that memory issue, but dedicated graphic card memory issue. What the fuck was that? Did not run out or something. There we go. Welcome into Santiago, guys. Pretty strange, just the game. VRYR Yeah, VRAM is dropping down right now. It's just dropping up, right now it's dropping down. Pretty strange, right? And I wanna vacate, there we go. This guy's like that, there we go. Right, welcome into Santiago. Pretty strange ride on the floor. I thought the game crashed, but...
Until the aircraft has come to a complete stop, the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off for you, and the main doors at the front has been opened. Please be careful if you open your head lockers. Items of your carry-on luggage may have moved during the flight. Fall out and consider it. If you smoke, please refrain from doing so until you reach a designated smoking area outside the terminal building. If you're seeking car hire, we guarantee you the lowest prices online. If you find it cheaper anywhere else, we will refund you double the
And the
difference.
VRAM dropped down. Yeah, I saw that issue when I loaded the simulator.
Business class,
See? It's exactly the same issue.
Finally, on behalf of the captain, the first officer, everybody on Ryanair, but especially your onboard crew, we would like to thank you for having chosen to fly with us. It's been a pleasure taking care of you, and we hope to see you very soon in another Ryanair flight. Wishing you a safe onward journey or a pleasant stay in the local area. Thank you.
Santiago traffic on the 3, Charlie Papa room 17 is vacated via Echo 4. Okay, so the game crashed again. Yeah, it's a VRAM issue in this airport. I didn't have it yesterday, but it seems today with all these add-ons in here, we do have it. Wow. Okay, so if I move quickly, we are able to... I don't know, should we try... That's a VRAM issue, yeah, 100%. Only problems with P3D while I'm taking a look at this. Yeah, pretty strange. I don't know what to say, guys. Should I do the flight into Edinburgh? I think not, because we're gonna probably get the same crash. Unfortunately, that was it, I think. We're gonna be probably... Yeah, I think we're gonna be departing Ibiza next time on another flight, and we should be okay with it. Let's follow this minor repair report. Yep, thank you. Alright, so we have Edinburgh. We're not gonna be doing this flight. Yeah, the scenery was wonderful, but unfortunately, again, VRAM issues. After VRAM issues, right, I'm gonna leave it. I'm probably gonna be deleting the stream, or maybe leaving it. I don't know, but we're gonna be departing Ibiza next time. I'm gonna be deleting this. I had an issue last night. I just stayed. I didn't know what scenery. I thought the scenery was okay. I saw it was okay, but it seems it's not. So yeah, it says -101, and yeah, it was a pretty nice landing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I think this is gonna be the stream for today. For next week, I'm gonna take a look and see some nice airports, not like this one. This one was pretty fucked up. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I'm not gonna be doing the second flight because it's the same as the departure from Santiago, where the game is gonna crash as soon as we start up the how is it called? As soon as we start up the aircraft and all the VRAM loading in the textures. So yeah, stay tuned. I don't know. I don't think tomorrow. I'm not gonna be streaming it. Maybe on Thursday. Maybe that's when I'm gonna be streaming next. But yeah, I'll see. I don't know when Thursday is. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Thursday should be a good day for streaming, to be honest. On 5th. So I think I'm gonna be streaming then. Uh, we're gonna do a flight, only one because I'm gonna be coming out from school. So let me taking a look and see what flight we're gonna go out from Ibiza. I think I'm probably gonna be taking a flight. I don't know. Let me just do right. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. I'll leave it here just for you guys to enjoy the landing.